Hello and welcome live from the Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. You're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus would be on the southeast. But before we get into that, let's have a look at our top stories making the rounds at the moment. The Dangote Group has been hosting members of the Global CEOs Africa who visited the refinery yesterday. The president of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, while addressing the CEOs, said that despite turnaround maintenance of the Nigeria refineries, which have cost about $18 billion, the operations of the plants is still not at its optimum and may never be.
10 million of local, they claim 14. The refineries that we bought before, which were owned by Nigeria, they were doing at about 22%. And we bought them January 2027, and then we had to return them back to the government because there was a change of government, and the managing director at that time came from the same place with the managing director. They are all both era doers, so he convinced them, but he convinced the government that the refineries will work. They just gave it to us as a parting away gift or so. As of today, they have spent about 18 billion on those refineries, and they are still not working. And I don't think, and I doubt very much if they will work. It's like you trying to modernize a car that was built 40 years ago. So technology, everything has changed. Even if you change the engine, the body will not be able to take the shock of that new technology engine. So that's, the issue.
We begin in Abia State, where the state governor, Dr. Alex Oti, has charged residents of the state to take greater responsibility for security by contributing generously to the newly launched Abia State Security Trust Fund, affirming his administration's commitment to ensuring the safety of lives and property. Speaking at the official launch of the fund in Umuahia, Governor Oti described security as a shared responsibility, stressing that safeguarding communities must go beyond government's action alone.
Building a safer Abia State and raising funds for the Abia Security Trust Fund brought government officials, business leaders and stakeholders together at the International Conference Center, Umuahia. In attendance were the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Mrs. Nkiruka Onyejocha, former Minister of State for Mines and Steel, Dr. Uche Oga, members representing Aba North and Aba South in the House of Representatives, representatives of financial institutions, contractors and security agencies, and of course, the Governor of Abia State, Alex Oti.
Funds raised at this event will be prudently applied in the procurement of necessary equipment.
The event themed Building a Safer Abia is the first of its kind and aims to make the state uninhabitable for criminals and threats to public safety.
This launch is in line with the provisions of the Abia State Security Trust Fund Law 2024, which empowers the state to set up a specialized framework for mobilizing, managing, and deploying resources in support of our security infrastructure across the state. With the proceeds of this launch shall help finance. We are also planning to invest generously in technology tools and systems that will enable us to either quantify crime before execution through tech-driven intelligence data or track the criminal.
Those in attendance also stressed the need for collaborative actions to tackle insecurity.
A particular place has become a hub where our brothers from Cameroon, our brothers from Equatorial Guinea, our brothers from Togo come to trade. And this is why the governor is so intentional with the things that he's doing. This initiative that has been proposed today and this vision that the governor intends to propound will not only strengthen business economic activities in the states, in the region, in the South-South and the Southeast, but it will further open up trade relations or strengthen trade relations between those countries that I just mentioned within the African region.
For children to attend school without fear, for healthcare to be accessible, and for communities to thrive. The Abia State Security Trust Fund, as established by law, is a public-private partnership initiative designed to mobilize resources from both government and non-government stakeholders to enhance the operational capabilities of security agencies within the state.
As corporate organizations, banks, and residents pledged hundreds of millions of naira towards the trust fund, Governor Oti reiterated that while lawful force is necessary, long-term security will also depend on social investments to uplift communities and prevent crime.
In the face of current economic hardship and rising cost of living, former Archbishop of the Abuja Archdiocese, Cardinal John Onayeko, has issued a strong message to political leaders, particularly those currently in power, urging them to take full responsibility for the suffering of the people. He condemns what he describes as the failure of leadership in addressing the country's economic crisis, deepening poverty, and growing social instability. Cardinal Onayeko made the remarks during a major outreach program aimed at feeding over 5,000 indigent and less privileged persons from across the 5 southeast states. The event was held at the Catholic Church in Umuchima community, Idiato South Local Government area of Imo State. Our correspondent Eitokwe Kuteyi reports.
We are very sorry. We apologize. Indigent and vulnerable persons, including the physically challenged, women, men and children, converge on the public field of Umuchima town in the Idiato South Local Government area of Imo State for a food outreach organized by the Creative Whoopis Outreach Ministry, a global Catholic mission committed to supporting the needy and empowering undeserved communities. One after another, the beneficiaries are warmly received at the venue as they arrive. The event draws the presence of political office holders, politicians, religious leaders, captains of industry, and community stakeholders who are present to witness the humanitarian event.
We needed to do research, and for 8 months, we hired people, contracted journalists, village leaders, to gather the names of the poorest of the poor from 5 states of our eastern part. To organize the research, meet with people to plan all this event. And we gathered names, who they are, their stories, their families. And with those names, we know the number of people coming from each state, each village, each region, in order to know the number of buses, luxurious buses or smaller buses that will bring them as kings and queens.
Speaking during the homily, former Archbishop of the Abuja Archdiocese, Cardinal John Onayeko, emphasizes the urgent need for collaboration between the church and the government in addressing the welfare of citizens.
The church has always been involved in the social welfare of our people, especially through her traditional well-known ministry of education and health care. An educated and healthy nation will not be poor and hungry. In our present socio-economic crisis, it's about time we consider a return to the era of close collaboration between the church and the state in the care of our poor people.
After the service, a major highlight of the outreach unfolds as nutritious meals are given to all attendees, a core objective of the outreach program. Adding his voice at the occasion, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party and former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, applauds the initiative. He calls on both government and private individuals to show greater empathy towards the vulnerable.
This is the way we want our society to be. A society where people care. We want more of individuals who will be caring for the poor, caring to support everybody. Food is being shared everywhere.
If you look at the scriptures, if you look at Matthew chapter 14, verse 2, when our Lord Jesus Christ fed the multitude. The reason for it was divine provision and compassion. That is what Reverend Father Morris is doing today. It's divine provision and compassion to the needy. So we want to emulate him. We want to also urge other people to also do the type of thing that he's doing.
In addition to the meal, bags of rice and cash gifts are distributed to the beneficiaries as further support to help cushion the impact of the prevailing economic challenges.
It will do a lot. It's wonderful. I cannot even purchase a bag of rice as the situation may be, but I thank God I am given a bag of rice free of charge. So I thank God for him.
As Nigeria continues to grapple with inflation, food insecurity, and high cost of living, initiatives like these underscore the crucial role of faith-based institutions in filling the gap left by appropriate authorities. Iyitope Channels Television News.
The Southeast Renewed Hope Agenda has inaugurated its Ebonyi State chapter with a pledge to promote and support President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope initiative at the grassroots level, as well as to deliver 100% votes for him in the 2027 general elections. The national coordinator, Beloso Chukwu Enwerem, while addressing journalists in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, stated that the grassroots empowerment program is designed to empower and bring hope to the masses, adding that business equipment like sewing machines, grinding machines, and motorcycles were distributed to over 1,000 youths, including cash grants, to enable them improve their livelihoods and to support President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid.
The Southeast Renewed Hope Agenda has officially inaugurated its Ebonyi State chapter, pledging to deepen grassroots support for President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope initiative and secure full backing for his re-election bid in 2027. At a colorful ceremony held in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, the national coordinator of the Southeast Renewed Hope Agenda, Beloso Chukwu Enwerem, said the movement aims to empower communities, uplift lives, and promote President Tinubu's vision across the Southeast.
Today, we have started with empowerment of our people. It's real. I don't know any of them from Adams. You see, I don't know them from the wards. Some of them we are handpicked from the crowd, and some of them we are giving cash of 200,000, which will go for 100 people. We have 100,000, which will go for 250 people. We have 50,000 for 300 people, and we have 20,000 for indigent families for 500 people. So that is what we are doing today, to ensure that the empowerment and to stop youth restiveness in our various localities and communities. This will help to ameliorate the sad trend of youth restiveness and others. That's why we are here.
The empowerment items distributed include sewing machines, grinding machines, motorcycles, and cash support targeted at reducing youth unemployment and economic hardship in the state.
I equally extend my profound appreciation to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his inclusive leadership and commitment towards addressing the teaching challenges confronting the Southeast, which reflect a renewed commitment to equity, competitiveness, and national development. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has, in the past 2 years, laid a solid foundation for economic revitalization with signs of progress already visible. He has shown courage, determination, and a clear vision in steering the country towards recovery and growth.
Some beneficiaries of the grassroots initiative expressed appreciation for the life-changing support.
I didn't hope for all these things, but by the grace of God, I am opportune to be awarded with a washing basin and a hand dryer.
I'm very, very happy, and I'm thanking the Mr. President, and I pray that God will keep him, blessing him for empowering our women and our men and youths. We are very, very grateful. I say thank you to Mr. President.
As the 2027 elections draw closer, the Southeast Renewed Hope Agenda says its mission is not just about politics, but about empowering citizens and keeping hope alive at the grassroots.
Welcome back. The candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Mr. Nicholas Ukachukwu, and his running mate, Senator Uche Ekwunife in Anambra State, have continued to mobilize support ahead of the November 8th governorship election in the state. The Thank You and Familiarization Tour team this time visits 4 local government areas where the candidate appeals to party members to help mobilize for the APC and be sure of security, better and strategic economic development, and government with a humanity.
Ihiala local government area is the first location visited, and members of the All Progressives Congress troop out to receive first the deputy governorship candidate, Senator Uche Ekwunife, with music and dancing, followed by the governorship candidate, Mr. Nicholas Ukachukwu, who joins the excitement alongside his wife and numerous party members. It's a thank you and familiarization tour as part of preparations for the governorship campaign and election. The party leaders in the council area pledged to support the APC during the governorship election in November.
God has given assurance. That's why he's having a ticket. He's having a ticket because he has come to deliver.
Yes.
And I'm happy because he is here. And we have looked at the weather, we have looked at our people, and I have come to welcome you. Sir, we shall do our best.
APC is going to take over Anambra State. It is certain. We are ready to fight, we are ready to win, and by the grace of God, we will deliver in our local government.
One of the major issues in Ihiala is the insecurity in the axis. The flag bearer and his running mate pledged to tackle this, while also promising to run an open government.
Every one of you pointed to the fact that if Ihiala wants APC to win the election. Yes, sir. The last person said that the primary responsibility of every government is to provide security and welfare. Governance is about accessibility. But who support anyone that don't have access to? It makes no sense.
Given the instrumentality of the office of governance, I will go and protect our people. I will go and protect our people. We need to take our people to the center and bring the central government to come and fix the security we have in our place. They are using us to play game. Enough of playing game with life of the people.
All these pressure groups you see here, nobody paid them. They form it by themselves and ask us to, that they are using it to network. Maybe their family, their clan, their youth, their organizations. See, the human sea of heads here, just because the right man is visiting them.
The people of Urumba North and South reaffirmed their confidence in the Ukachukwu Ekwunife ticket, as they also receive assurances in the areas of security, economy, quality infrastructure, and overall good governance.
This is time for us to know. It doesn't matter where the leader comes from. Whether it's from Urumba or from Ihiala or from Ekusiko or from Anisanot or from anywhere or Wagaru. We need a leader, the person who can consider to be a leader.
We'll provide light because God has given us gas. We'll provide security. We'll provide funds that will give you people.
Those engaged in farming, raise your hands.
Within my first 100 days in office,
You'll be given non-refundable grants for farming.
The APC says it's leaving nothing to chance in the 2025 governorship election and is confident that the party has what it takes to wrestle power from the ruling All Progressives Grand Alliance.
Staying in Anambra State, the state's governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has reiterated commitments to transforming Anambra's infrastructure, especially in the hard-to-reach areas, with the mantra of leaving no one behind. It is for this reason, and also in a bid to boost economic activities, that Governor Soludo has approved the commencement of strategic road projects in Ayamelum local government area, and the mayor of the local government area, Mr. Alphonsus Ofemulu, swinging into action, flags off the construction of the 1.5 or more Umurum Road, aimed aimed at easing transportation and stimulating economic growth in the agrarian zone.
Ayamilom local government area in the North Central Zone, and it's one of the food baskets of Anambra State as they grow rice, cassava and other food crops massively. However, the communities in the area have been particularly vocal about the need for road rehabilitation in their area to facilitate the transportation of farm produce. Following Governor Chukwuma Soludo's approval to construct the 1.5-kilometer Omo Umuriam Road, Mayor of the local government area, alongside his council member and construction team, swinging to action to flag off the construction.
2-3 years ago, when we had a former house member who came and did some work on the road, and now we are here to finish up the job so that we can have good access road. Thanks to Solution Government, the governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo. This is why all our to one Anambra North. So, yes, without him, this would not be possible.
The road, according to the community members, will boost economic activities by facilitating easy movement of people, goods and services, making it easier for residents to access essential services such as healthcare and education.
If this road will be done and done perfectly, and I believe that this government will do it, because they have been doing this kind of work in some other places in Anambra State. And I thank God for the mayor that is in our midst. He's a mayor that is ready to work.
This road has been a problem to the whole of Ayamelum. It has been an eyesore for some time now, so we are really grateful. We are grateful to the governor of Anambra State, the Solution Governor, our own Oluwatoegu, and to my own boss, the mayor of Ayamelum local government. I'm really grateful. I trust your capacity. I have always known you will do this for us. So we say thank you. It's just to say thank you. This road will help us, both in our agricultural products and every other thing.
From there, the team moves to the local government headquarters in Anaku to supervise the rehabilitation work ongoing in the local government legislative building.
In demonstration of its unwavering dedication to personnel welfare of serving and retired officers, the Nigerian Air Force has held a 2025 mid-year parley with Nigerian Air Force veterans. Speaking at the event, which took place at the 211 Quick Response Group in Owerri, the Imo State capital, the Commander 211 Quick Response Group of the Nigerian Air Force Owerri, Air Commodore David Bello, says the event, as directed by the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, is in recognition of the sacrifices and contributions of retired Air Force personnel, in line with the strategic philosophy of maintaining a highly motivated force through enhanced welfare initiatives, adding that the parley is aimed at fostering interaction between serving personnel and veterans to further build motivation and preserve the legacy of service excellence.
I must say that your service to the Nigerian Air Force has forged and shaped the Nigerian Air Force into the excellent service it is today. And that's why, in the spirit of camaraderie and togetherness, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, Distinguished Flying Star, has directed that we have this mid-year parley to foster communication, fellowship, and companionship amongst the serving and retired Nigerian Air Force personnel in Imo State. This laudable initiative is a testament to the unwavering commitment of the Chief of the Air Staff to the welfare of both serving and retired personnel of the Nigerian Air Force.
And that's where we draw the curtain on this edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiu. Enjoy the rest of your day.